Hi, beautiful beings of light. This is Yana, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, month of June of 2022. And integrating, lots of integration, intense energies. Oh my goodness. Right, I could hardly even focus, or meditation actually helped me to ground myself, and of course food, right? This is kind of how it goes with me. Everybody's got their own way of doing things, especially when they do energy work, right? It's very individual. But are we ready for the full moon that's going to be, right, in a couple of days in Sagittarius? Sag, adventure, again, expansion of our consciousness, okay? And then we're going to have the solstice, I think the 20th or 21st of June. We'll be then entering the sign of Cancer. But right now, the Gemini energies, lots of polarity integration. And just today, like the astral field, I mean, all the miasma and all these distortions just pretty much gone. It's just pure energy, pure consciousness. Again, guys, I'm sharing my experiences, okay? This is information based on my my experiences through my soul signature, energy signature, but also had to do with my case, the whole military thing, the Marines, right, the MC, and then of course all this technology from Zeta and DARPA that was implanted even in me, but there were other operations going on from good ETs. So yeah, we're dealing, especially guys now, everybody, right, whether military or not military, lots of AI, because to me the wars, and even going to work from 8 till 5 is nothing but a computer simulation. It's nothing to do with the truth. That's the 3D matrix that we are trying to exit. Oh my goodness. And those aliens, negative aliens, or the the Anunnaki or the Illuminati, just totally laughing how they hypnotized us, right? And of course, we come also here with implants. Star seeds, right? It's like an agreement. Oh, you want to come here of highly advanced soul and holding the frequency. Vibration for the ascension. Wow. We'll give you some torture, some adventure, and being born also in those families, right? DNA families. It was not that bad, but it was a lot of difficulties and challenges, guys. And so it's all about being the power of our Holy Spirit of Christos, right? To nullify and neutralize all these games, the AI games, the computer simulations, because we're here in a spiritual war. This is a war on consciousness over consciousness, and siphoning our energy, especially the energies from our soul, the soul matrix. That's the astral plane. And so just this morning, I didn't sleep much. I had something, I had to have some crackers later at night. I was meditating, but I was again grounding, because so much integration happening and all these activations. And also I had the activation with Ramona, right, Lapin. That was the portal of 666, just kind of bring that divine feminine, the goddess energies here online. And of course the energies for twin flames and twin rays, or for soul siblings, soulmates, to reconnect, reunite. That's part of the Galactic Codex, right? The Galactic Codex, we have the right to meet our soul family, star family. For us, we choose the lineage, specific lineage, right, to have the human experience. For me, also on a path of karma, right? So lots of dissolution, or the transformational work, right, guys, of all these old belief systems and the lineage, the karmic lineage, all these miasma, all these attachments, everything that people who just don't understand that we're multidimensional people, who the low emotions, guys. We have to free ourselves from this low, right? Here's the low this first 3 chakras, okay? So again, this is how I read the energies, the low emotions, the kind of personal desires, the negative ego, the jealousy, the envy, the greed, the hatred, and the division, the separation, the conquer and divide, and the competition, and Oh my goodness, that's kind of how I grew up, and so many people are still living in this kind of nonsense. Well, for them it's reality. For me, it's, well, illusion, because reality, the true reality, when you're connected to God, to Source, right? When you feel that beauty, that divinity, that loving connection, you feel you have the loving connection with God, with Source, and you feel God's presence, right? The divine presence, Father, Mother, right? Also integrating the divine feminine with the divine masculine, guys, the law of gender. So we'll also go over the universal laws, like with me, only the truth will set us free, and with me, those on a path of first ray, those of blue ray. Okay, that's God's law, God's will, and we have to study that, understand that, and embody those energies, right? And learning how to navigate, and for the New Earth Society, the New Earth jurisdiction with the military force, guys, that's where I'm coming from. We have to be aligned with the divine, the 0 point, a God matrix, divine neutrality, right? That's the point of light. That's the creation of the soul light, where everything is created. Okay, and so just we have to be integrated, we have to be in our wholeness and totality, kind of perfection, but that's coming from God, right? We're the image of God, so it means one with God, the union with the divine. That's yoga. So everything what I do, guys, is just pretty much reconnecting with our divine nature, and it's about self-mastery, self-realization. Okay, and then was it the quest for self-mastery, and how to be sovereign, how to be free, how to be sovereign. Again, it's Galactic Codex, right? The law of divine grace, from karma into grace. So again, the Indigo warriors, the Starseeds, the spiritual warriors, guys, here. Okay, this is kind of the work that we do, and I'm here to inspire others, inspire and empower others who are on the same path or similar path, who are warriors. That's why I have the project for the military as well. Oh my God, those guys, how they've been tortured and violated and abused, and through all these AI. That's I wanted to say the prayer, but also we are here to nullify and neutralize any biological and spiritual weapon made against our human physical body, mind, consciousness, soul, spirit, or avatar, Christos. And here's this prayer: I do not consent to brain machine interfaces, because, guys, that's that was all in the military. I can see, the DARPA, the military industrial complex, and now I pretty much see where they are, and the location, and how they were infiltrating. I mean, the portals, and all this contamination and all these destructions happening, because the Dracos, or the from the Visa deck, the Phantom Matrix, they think they own this planet, right? This solar system. They just want to control and manipulate. Okay, and so many things, were not told to us, right? All this classified information. So this is going to be a huge big deal, and I'm supposed to reconnect with my soul siblings, or so we'll see how that goes. And here we're on a mission, guys, and lots of work kind of that I do. It's inner work, but also not everybody understands that. In a way, it's a good way, because we all have to figure out our puzzle piece, in this whole kind of game or chess game. You gotta know your role and make sure you play it really well. And with me, making sure you have this deep connection with the divine, and making sure, especially when you work in those higher places, you're connected with the God's law. Not my will by done be done. It's to fulfill the divine plan on earth. You have to really understand this kind of stuff. And again, yanakalai.com, right? You can find on my website, or Ascension Glossary, 13 Principles of Natural Laws. But anyway, I do not consent to brain machine interfaces, cybernetics, and robotic technology. Well, it can be now neutralized, because all this stuff was implemented into me, right? All these military games going on, all these sex games, and siphoning energies from my soul matrix, and playing with my consciousness, or actually the mind control thing. So, and all these fragmentations, compartmentalizations, electrocution. I mean, everything is going to the divine case. I mean, everything's going to divine justice, the cosmic trials. That's why we have the solar rishis here in this dimension. Again, I work with the blue starborn, okay? The solar dragons. I know I'm always going off the topic, but there's this Aquarian solar dragon or Ouroboros, no more of that Sikar empire here trying to control the entire matrix. No way, highway. So I don't consent. We're into all this robotic technology and their computer applications, all these computer applications and devices, guys. It's all military. Like I said, all these fake wars and the proxy Israel, and now we have to go to war, and there are enemies there and doing this and that, guys. This is like on a video game. I'm sorry, on a video game. It's why helping those guys going back to their inner Christ and getting them back on track, remembering who they really are. Those are of the Indigo races, or the warriors and the defenders of truth, right? And the warriors of light and divine justice. Of light divine, not the false light technology. I'm telling you, we've been dealing here with highly advanced technology, robotics, DARPA, right? This whole, that was the Asian mafia, this whole black dragon moth, some kind of queen there behind all that. Again, in those higher places in the astral plane, this invisible world. Again, that's what we work with, because what we see here in this physical plane, guys, and all the arrests, or what really happened, right? That was the January the 6th. It's only tip of an iceberg, right? When you see the energetics or dive deep, you have your psychic abilities open and you do all this research. And to me, when I was studying the material, whether from Lisa Renee and even Ashayana, right, the guardian materials, like all the pieces now coming together. But when you dive deep and you see, oh my God, how much is hidden, right, in the water, I mean the iceberg, right, in the underworld, or in just in the depth of your mind, right? We talk about the unconscious and the subconscious, and all these distortions happening because of all these machinery here, these computer applications running the base 10 mathematics, right? All these reversals and inversions, all this degradation. Oh my God, what they did with the grid. But now, right, we had all these corrections happening. That's why I'm so thankful, grateful, bringing those cosmic energies here online, because we have the cosmic plasma grid now, right? The etheric architecture has been all been implemented, and all these corrections, right? That was the galactic core, the magnetic field, the sound field, right? That's why the divine feminine, Holy Mother, can come online, right? So we're crystallizing the carbon-based DNA, right? The carbon, or the seal of death, whether it was the 666, we're overriding that kind of consciousness, that kind of nonsense, all these inversions, okay? So they just the numbers, geometry, all this symbology, right? That was all running reversals and inversions, right? The life currents, like the way to understand that, right? We were like walking against the current of life, of river, and now we're the cycle, right? The cosmic cycle is turning, right? We're exiting the Kali Yuga, I mean the darkness, back into the light, the Satya Yuga, the age of truth, peace, and harmony and unity, right? We're ascending, guys. So now we can just let go, let God. That's all about let go, let God ride the waves of ascension, and allowing the energies, the true energy, the cosmic energies now kind of to direct us to create this new earth, right? Just kind of allowing the flow of life, it's just to take us wherever we need to go. Of course, we need to be focused and determined. We need to know ourselves and our mission. Is like a smooth sailing now. Instead of, oh my God, it was all these torpedoes and, just kind of the hunting, or the boats competing, right? Or the water jets and polluting the water. Now it's just like a smooth sailing, right? And the advanced technology that you can even lift off, right? The spaceship and spacecrafts, guys. So the energies are here, but again, let me finish the prayer. So we do not consent to these computer applications, devices that are intended to be used in any way to track, alter, torment, attack, abuse, infect, or harm our body, our consciousness, our mind, our astral layers, our soul, our spirit, our avatar, Christoph selves, at any time or place for any reason. I am God, I'm sovereign, I'm free, I'm a child of God. Beloved God, I join my heart with all human crystal hearts that choose to align with the Holy Presence to form one heart, one body, one species, one race, and that in one voice our crystal heart tone is heard throughout the omniverses by all defender forces of God and Christ that serve the One for the liberation, ascension, and protection of the sovereignty of humanity and the earth. So you guys, those on that blue, right, the blue flame here, right, connection to the Christos founder races, the solar rishis, the blue star born. Okay, this is where I'm coming from, guys. Okay, so it's again not for everybody. We are here dedicated to the cosmic sovereign law of one. So please study the 13 principles of natural law. Okay, very important. And like I said here, the cosmology, guys, all these I don't know if you can see it, right? We're coming from those higher dimensions here. Solar rishis here, right? Our higher self, our avatar self here, working with the violet flame. That's already the 7, 8, and 9 dimension. And transforming, transmuting. We already have our soul realized, but we're here to help humanity, or I'm helping my soul siblings in the military to bring all the pieces of their souls back together, who were traumatized, the mind control, the torture, right, from those native aliens, from the Zetas, or the Dracos, reptilians, and so on, and also helping humanity to exit the 3D, right, the ego, all the kind of the false personality. So that is breaking anyway. This is falling apart, right? So here the second harmonic universe, soul connection, consciousness expansion, right? But I said those are coming from higher dimensions. We're here to correct all that, right? Bring everything into symmetry, into the base 12 mathematics, into the universal tree of life, because we work with sacred geometry. And the way I talk, it's very symbolistic, right? Symbology, just like Yahshua, Commander Sananda, Isa, Buddhist monk. That's kind of how I resonate with his energies, right? He ascended. He was the avatar self. He was with 12 strands of DNA coming over here, more than 2,000 years ago with the solar activation. So we were already preparing this planet for the ascension. Couple of times who came here, couple of times, hey, are we ascending? What's going on? And again, another infiltration, another invasion, right? The master raider races, and you had the vulgar, that's the vulgar group from the Phantom Matrix, or the Wisadek or Wisadrek, right? The fallen Anunnaki, the Anu Elohim. I mean, all these races, they're constantly fighting, right, over this territory. I mean, over this solar system and this planet. But I'm helping those, even though, right, we all of us, have the Anunnaki and DNA, or the reptilian DNA, Draco DNA. But as long as you have this human body, which is a quantum crystalline technology, this is the technology to go, guys. Okay, it doesn't matter what kind of DNA you have. I mentioned I have the elite DNA as well, so I'm dealing with the elite, with the echelon, and with the high-ranking military officers and things like that, right? It's part of the deal here. But this body is ascending physically because we are being recalibrated, reconstructed, upgraded, okay? So just focusing on your ascension. Okay, so let's go over the ascension protocol, and then we go over the law of vibration, raising the frequency vibration with the ascension protocol. That's what it's all about, the Kundalini rising, right? The serpent power from that toxic area, awakening, reawakening so many people. But because of the blockages, right, and all the toxins and who knows what else, right, all these attachments to the external material world, people are having a hard time, and all this chaos and confusion going on in their mental state, emotional state. People are going through all kinds of difficulties. So yeah, so we have to, that's why we work on our chakras, all right? Chakra cleansing, clearing, purification, our Ascension Guardian Protocol, okay? So understanding the Kundalini Rising is on my website, yanakalai.com, under services, solfeggio tones, all this music happening, the meditation happening. So the inner work, protection is very important. 12D shielding, the unity meditation we just had at 8 o'clock. It's going to be another one at 11 o'clock, all right, in the morning, and then 2 p.m. So that's all Eastern time or New York time. I'm here on the East Coast, right? The Atlantis rising, while on the West Coast, that's the Lemurian timeline rising. So also resurrecting the energies of the ancient Egypt, and of course the energies of all the ancient civilizations, Incas and Mayas, and that was the northern Iran, right? The Magi crown, Magi Grail races. Okay, so this the Zoroastrianism. I very much connect to the how you call the Arabic, the ancient was it the ancient Jewish, the Aramaic, Abunda Bashmaya. Just when I was a teenager, someone was studying Arabic, I immediately, right, my body starts shaking, because I do have lots of that history in me, living in Iran and Iraq, and extremely important portals there, right? I talk about the golden eagle grid there. So and so now all these things now liberated, right? But you see all this confusion in people, and people are having a hard time. All these huge big cars trying to park here, oh my goodness. But I guess people are gathering, it's Sunday, they're all going to the beach, so happy parking here. Okay, so unity vow, you can also find it on my website, the Guardian Protocol, right? Working with the guardians, or we have the Crystal Star Guardian family from Andromeda hosting this ascension. So we're in touch with them, right? The Andromeda Council, for me also the Syrian Council, right? Who are the Blu-ray, and of course all the operations going on, the military. There was the Pleiadians, okay, working with the Pleiadian family from Taygeta, the Ashtar Command and the High Command. So we have the Galactic races, ET races. There was the Galactic Alliance, right, of the interdimensional free world. So everything's coming online for those who are on forefronts, who are the volunteers, and who are the forerunners, and who are of the first ascension wave here, okay, holding the timeline, the highest timeline, who are the column of light shining bright, where the pillars of light. The protocol of the evolving self, right? You're asking yourself, questioning yourself, who am I, why did I come here to this mission? What are my gifts and talents, right? Recognizing and dismantling the old 3D belief system is the key, right? Writing down the belief system that limits us, and also the belief system that expand our consciousness, guys. Very important, okay? So because all this old programming, all conditioning, this all habits, right? All these limitation, restrictions, everything needs to go. The judgment, criticism, the wounded self needs to be embraced, right? That's what I'm working with. That's why, the wounded warriors, right? In all this wounding, especially in the divine masculine, right? That's why, luckily, we're bringing in the divine feminine here, right? That's how we are healing ourselves, healing our wounds, so then also the divine masculine can be resurrected, because it was too much of the patriarchy and too much of the tyranny and the authoritarianism, or all these ism, right? The communism, Bolshevism, draconian capitalism, pretty much this mafia, okay? The Babylonian kind of empire, sex magic, money magic, right? All these cartel, the banking industry, the finances, the economy, all running, through that AI of the controlling groups, okay? The Illuminati, I mean, the cabal, right? You have the bloodline families, the Rothschild, the Rockefellers, and Sinclair, DuPont. I mean, this so-called royalty, the black nobility family. But again, remember, right? Some of them were actually pulled into it, the dark magic, and they were also blackmailed and bribed and all these kind of things, had to be involved in those satanic rituals, right? Satanic ritual abuses, the underground bases, bunkers where children were kept tortured, okay, for the adrenochrome harvesting, even on military bases as well, guys. So this is a huge big operation, all this disclosure, exposure of the wrongdoing, and so everything is popping up to the surface, right? Everything is coming to the light. It has to, in order to see us for what it is, to acknowledge it, so we can transform it, transmute it. We can heal ourselves from all that. And also the covenant, right? It was the Luciferian covenant from the Atlantis, the cataclysm of Atlantis, the Holocaust of Lemuria, okay, all this infiltration, ancient Egypt, and abuse of technology. And guess what? Here we go again, the same loop. We're just kind of been cycling all this, but not anymore, right? The time is up. That's why the Galactic Codex, aligning with God's law, God's will, not my will by done be done, being in our heart, in our center, building that strong core, feeling that strength of your heart over soul. So that was the protocol of the evolving self, right? The pain body that needs to be healed, the shadow, working with the shadow self that needs to be transformed, transmuted from karma into dharma, right? It means your mission, or what is your passion, right? That's like fulfilling the divine plan on earth. Like, what is your purpose? What is the purpose of life? And of course, we have the law of grace, Galactic Codex. You can find it, right? We have the right for the ascension. That's our right. We have the right for meeting our soul family, star family, the right for all information, right to have a spiritual and physical abundance, right? All these families, or nobility families, the lizards have all these villas, homes, and so on, involved in satanic rituals. And here, sitting in my car and paying just my room, and that's okay. I have to go and then upload this video. Somebody's who's got Wi-Fi. I mean, it's not like I can't pay for my Wi-Fi, but it's like I would have to subscribe to hotspot, and I'm not crazy about all this Wi-Fi and the intracorporeal nanotechnology also implemented in us through all these injections, and the graphene oxide, and what it does to your bioneurology and how it damages your DNA. So it's all good. And so we're walking those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude, very important. And soul communion, guys, soul connection, consciousness expansion, raising the frequency vibration, right? That's why we're going to that 5D, right? 5D, the next harmonic universe. So soul, where's your soul? Because so people hooked to AI, all these reversals or metaverse, and so busy, they cannot unplug themselves from that 3D mind and from all this programming, conditioning, right? So important to be in our hearts and just kind of feel your heart, feel the rhythm of your heart, the heartbeat. And then being in nature, right? Being on the sun, doing the meditation. Just for me, I can see immediately the difference. And I'm lucky that I'm 5 minutes from the beach, so it's awesome. And the quantum manifestation, yeah, so that's the material that's been downloaded to Marina Jacobi, through Marina Jacobi from the hybrids. She's got the harmonic reactor, nanotechnology. She even has the detox 101. That, guys, those who are connected to her energies and her teaching. So I know that's very important because we're dealing with AI. She has, she's got so many important downloads and kind of stories to share. But the quantum manifestation protocol, guys, it's all 1 + 1 = 3, the quantum science. This is the way to go, because we're going quantum, we're going galactic, we're going interstellar, we're going cosmic. There's no other way. There's no way going back to that so-called normality. No, some people probably were comfy with this 3D matrix, with this 3D zone, with this 3D programming, but it's just not working because of these cosmic energies. We're inundated by all these gamma rays frequencies, and things are changing because everything is, that has been hidden, and the darkness and this underworld and all these perversions and Satanism, right, coming everything online. And those individuals, people here worshiping government, guess who was in all these places in government, those higher positions? Do you think people practicing yoga or Ayurveda, meditating, loving hard with their mind and with their heart and with their soul? I mean, even the Bible, it's mind control pretty much, unfortunately, right? Some guy dying on a cross for our sins. No. We have everybody's not responsible, right? For your actions, for your thoughts, for your feelings, right? For your energy, right? Because we're 99.9% energy, 0.1% matter. We're a sound, light, frequency, vibration, guys, okay? And only the light divine will set us free in understanding, knowing the universal laws, right? And so nobody can really ascend for you, do the individual ascension, and nobody can take away the lessons that you need to learn from your life, okay? And now we're doing the polarity integration and the gender integration. There's the law of gender. Lisa Rene's got it, and also Dr. Norma Milanovic. Now everything is under the law divine. Those ones, right, even in the military and in politics, they thought they were above the law and abusing highly advanced technology. That's why, right, I have the new Earth jurisdiction, the Galactic Codex, because the abuse, what is it? Yeah, they were abusing. That was the abuse of power and authority, right? In the entire infrastructure. There was the business, commerce, or banking, religion, science, medicine, technology, entertainment industry. My God, the Hollywood stars also engaged in Satanism, satanic rituals, and who knows what else. But at the same time, they were abused. At the same time, they were attacked. Psychotronic weapons, right? Directed energy weapons, academia, media, press, politics with its on and off world, military branches with highly advanced alien AI technology, and cloning factories. Bunch of them in Long Island, right? They were in Long Island. Hopefully they're being closed. And the Project Montauk back then in 70s and 80s, torturing those young boys there, okay? That they have become extremely unfathomable, and they all will be prosecuted for all the heinous crimes according to the divine plan by the Galactic Command. I mean, by the Ashtar here. I'm dealing with the Ashtar, working with the Ashtar Command, and with the Solar Rishis, right? These are the cosmic trials. So the Negative Aliens, their secret space program, and shadow military, that's the extraterrestrial industrial complex, the DARPA robotics with its Black Sun operations, covert sound wave weaponry, including psychotronic scalar weapons for psychological and biospiritual warfare and global population, including mind control, MK Ultra, genetic engineering, galactic human slave trade, including child sex trafficking, will have to answer for their atrocious crimes. So whether you have a degree, Harvard University or Princeton, you have this Rolex, you have this car, you have the bank account, energy, guys. Look at those people's eyes. Some of those politicians, they're nothing but AI clones. They don't even have a soul, okay? That's what we've been dealing with, and now it's more and more evident, okay? So reading the energies, being your heart, being your center, doing the cleansing, clearing, purification right here. The Ascension protocol, very important. Balancing karma through nutrition, right? For Ascension by Magenta Pixie. Tomorrow we have, again, Ayurveda webinar on Zoom, right? The vegan light diet, Ayurvedic cooking, and Ayurvedic cleansing methods for your colon and for your liver and for your senses. Okay, so 8 steps of yoga, union with the divine, japa mantra meditation, wild flame invocation, chakra cleansing, listening to solfeggio tones, energy hygiene, whether it's the Epsom salt or just read all the ingredients. Look, all these horrible preservatives or chemicals, or people eating processed food, right? So, and French fries, just going to restaurants, guys, what kind of oil they use, just ask. Make sure you have a clean food in front of you, because you're paying lots of money, and then it goes into your system, and then indigestion, inflammation, or even leaking guts or cancer. I don't think it's worthy. PTSD Time to Heal, Kathy O'Brien, sex slave, right, at the White House. So write down everything that triggers you or bothers you, or these back flashes, because the book she wrote with Mark Phillips, Transformation of America, right, he was an insider, and he understood the bioneurology and the neuroscience, and we're dealing with neuroscience with AI, right, with the AI nano hybrid technology, guys. So that's why we have the Galactic Codex, right, divine intervention, understanding the law of one, natural laws, universal laws, the divine justice, bring the divine justice here, the new earth jurisdiction, right, all about transformation, transmutation. This is the work that we do, because we're bringing those cosmic energies here online, right, with all these distortions, perversions, running the Metatronic reversals. That was the Nephilim grid, and we're bringing now the new etheric divine architecture, right, with the correct instruction sets, or the new instruction sets of the crystal spirals, running the Christic codes, right, compared to everything that was anti-life, anti-Christ, anti-human. Here is the divinity. This is who we truly are, in order to really integrate it, right, or merge it, right. That's the polarity integration. Lots of transformation, transmutation, healing needs to happen. And also we need ET with their advanced technology, the crystal biomeds and the Tachyon technology. There's the guys in the military, children who've been tortured, okay, they need lots of help, lots of healing, and the ETs have all that. I am the walking example here, okay. I just kind of alive everything that happened to me, right, the men in black, the psyops, because I do yoga, I channel sexual energies, okay. I don't have to be in all these relationships and things like that. We're just master of our energies, or sexual energies. I'm a very tantra yoga, not of that left path or the inversions, but the correct, the true path. Even working with the energies of Saturn, the law, right. I was born on Saturday. Today is Sunday, right. Everything from that lunar, right, all this misery, the lunar sex machinery, the alien, the beast alien machinery, right. We're transforming, transmuting, we're solarizing everything, okay. Bringing everything into the light, going back to the great central sun, to the cosmos, to the infinite one. This is how we roll here, right, to create this new earth society with fair and true jurisdiction and military force, space force, in truth, integrity, fairness, unity, to be part of cosmic galactic community, guys. This is how we are going here. I'm building the platform, and all, of course, for those my soul sibling veterans abused and violated, creating this platform or healing community, sacred space, right, high vibes, so they can start expressing their truth, because they've been terrorized, and all these lies and deceptions everywhere, of course, through the news. But the trauma-based mind control, guys, the abuse, all these experimentations that was done on them, it's total abomination, through the Nazis or the Gestapo, infiltrated by the Orion group, right, all these black magicians practicing sodomy, okay, all this sorcery, because all these recruitments, right, the astral organizations, guys, that's all the energies all arrested, transformed, transmuted, no more. This is not allowed. And everything is now under universal law. So the recruitments here on military bases, right, all this transformation, transmutation needs to happen. They need to get the proper training, and also they need to be taken care of with the proper food, the proper resonance frequency, the 5G towers or the radio frequencies, and mind controlling them and damaging their brain and the AI invasion into their bioneurology, and then siphoning energy from their heart, from their soul, and creating robots or transhumans out of them, even transgender. Now with the children, all these surgeries going on, guys, remember, it's all agenda. It's all agenda. Read those energies. Okay, so that's this part. And so let me see, let's continue with the universal laws, law of vibration. There's this download from El Moria, why this law is extremely powerful. So the law of vibration is known by the ancients to be the law of power. Understanding the context and application of this law allows each aspirant to move closer to his or her destiny and carry the torch within to the higher mode of Great Spirit, the divine Christos. This knowledge also assists all to understand the conflicts experienced on the dualistic plane of matter and enables the souls to use the principles contained within the law to balance and control individual lives. In the mind of oneness, everything is in motion. Energy exists in all forms in the golden liquid light. This pool of energy that permeates all universes is never at rest and serves to carry the smallest particles of energy into various states of action, thus causing effects to be felt constantly. Inherent within this understanding is the fact that everything vibrates within the universe to various degrees that lie on a continuum. To say it is in a way easier to understand, there are degrees of motion experienced within the earth plane that lie on a continuum that spans from physical manifestation of the most dense matter to the higher existence of the Great Spirit. Matter, energy, thought, and spirit form the continuum of this range of vibration experienced by all. Yet regardless of the variations of the vibrations, all is absorbed and contained within the universal mind of oneness. Everything is connected through the divine mind of oneness. That's the law of mentalism. That's the first law of that 13 laws, the 13 principles of natural laws by Lisa Renee, right? Her material. So nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates, guys. So the law of vibration, and we need to really vibrate high, and all these low vibes needs to be transformed, transmuted, and that's how you then integrate it back into wholeness, oneness. Okay, the law of vibration reveals that higher powers and higher consciousness and understanding reside on the end of the continuum that comprises the highest vibrations of spirit. We're spiritual beings having human experience. Identifying yourselves with your soul, with your inner Christos, inner spirit, guys, that's the way to go. So spirit is associated with such terms as pure light, the Merkaba, right? The pure love, unconditional love, God consciousness. Physical dense matter is defined as that which one experiences with 5 senses. In order for us to have a good experience in those physical planes of existence, we have to purify our senses. Or, having a nice experience in those astral planes, we need to purify our chakras. So people have addiction, of course, all this addiction, right? And GMO food, guys, we need to be more disciplined, and everything that we do or what we put in our system, in our body, right, it affects our emotions, our mind, and our vibration, of course. So it's defined as the lower, heavier, and more subtle vibrations, such as the energies experienced in the heart and mind that cause mental pain. If there's a pain and anger, know that we're disconnected from our true divine nature, because true divine nature, when you're connected to true self, you're experiencing the energies of love and joy, of peace, of happiness, of unity, of harmony. Okay, so that's why transmutational work needs to happen if you're experiencing some kind of difficulties, being your heart structure, right? That's the quantum protocol manifestation from Marina Jacobi. Just say thank you, right? Take a deep breath, step back, just observe, witness, don't really participate, right? It's a mastery. We need to master our emotions. We need to master our mind. We need to transform that shadow self and integrate it, so then we can deal with the shadow government, with the shadow military, and all these heinous crimes they've been covering for so long, right? Those who are the spiritual warriors here, who are the system busters, the renegades. Since all is energy, it is easy to understand how all objects and actions impact the total human being. So the body, the physical body, the mind, the mental body, the spirit are affected most by the law of vibration. Vibrating. The chakras, right? Our mental body, emotional body. I mean, guys, the spin of our electrons. That's why I talk about invocation of the violet flame, because it removes all these impurities from your cells, right? So the electron can spin faster and faster, and remove everything that needs to go, anything that stands in our ascension, anything that stands in experiencing purity and happiness and wellness and well-being, right? That all can be dissolve, resolve, or move away from that invocation, or working with that violet flame, or transmutation. Thank you, Saint Germain. So we're here to learn to integrate the higher light frequencies of spirit into consciousness and the lower bodies. And so that's the transformation, assimilating the higher frequencies into lower dense matter through the direction and will of the mind and heart allows the individual to raise his or her vibratory patterns. This increased light reveals itself in the aura around, shining light, bright, radiant light, right? Because shoving things under the carpet, look how many things were shoved by the politicians or military, right? Or Pentagon, White House, and all these parties, Republican or liberals or whatever that is. It's not, this is why it's not working, right? But we have to look at all the skeletons in our closets, right? We have to do the inner work first, so then we can see, oh my God, all this classified information, all these lies and perceptions, they highly advanced technology, even super quantum computers, just like in the movie Avatar, okay? So this is what we've been dealing with, and dumbed down, and Coca-Cola, and parties, and Kool-Aid, and fast food, and GMO, and smoking pot, marijuana, and somebody, right? Oh my goodness, they had these boat parties and all these boats in a river, and this person swimming, and the propeller went through her leg. Fortunately, it didn't capture her kneecap. Otherwise, this person would be now just one leg. Just some young individual, young person who works. He's my co-worker, works at the spa. I mean, everybody smoking marijuana. It's reckless. People are reckless, and everybody is just laughing. Oh, so what? You had an accident. Oh, yeah. So you have PTSD from it. Oh, now you're still bleeding. It's unbelievable. Like the character here, this demoralization, and I can even see, right? Trying to find a room in the Long Island. There's just one maybe sweet person, even though he does his kind of interesting things. Like people don't know how to channel their sexual energies, right? And all these perversions or masturbations and fetishism and all these sexual deals and things like that. Study Kundalini Yoga. Cleanse, purify your mind, your aura. Otherwise, you're the mere reflection of those politicians, of that shadow government, right? Or the military there, that really dark military, the Black Sun operations, the elite of the negative fleet. Okay, this is a mere reflection. So, and that's why I'm talking about those kind of things. Very disturbing, but it's all coming online. We either take the responsibility or we don't. I mean, that's why I am sharing the information. And I love to teach and do the transformational work and feeling our true divine nature, because that's the way to go, because that's how we were designed, with 12 strands of DNA, direct connection to God, to source. Okay, the divine angelic luminous beings, but also those who are of the seraphim, right, with 24 strands of DNA, the double diamond and emerald sun DNA matrices. Guys, we're the future races. We're coming from the future, resurrecting the ancients here in the now, in this present moment, right? Everything that is happening, and the shift in consciousness, what is happening, the awakening is happening, Kundalini rising, guys. Actually, let me see. I was going to share you this information, the star seeds from Maldek. We had also explosion of this Maldek planet and Tiamat as well. Was it 500,000 years ago? Because again, of abuse of highly advanced technology, of this robotics, cybernetics, bionics. It's happening now. It happened to this body. right? So that's why we have the law here. El Moria. Okay, the ascension is happening. So, where did I assimilating the higher frequencies into lower dense matter through the direction and will of the mind and heart allows the individual to raise his or her vibratory patterns. This increased light reveals itself in the aura around. Look at the aura. Start looking whether the aura or just feel the energies, right? People that you're meeting or the energy of the situation, whatever you're going through, right? And then also through TV or what these individuals are saying or what is being portrayed. Start feeling the resonance or dissonance, but first you make sure, you know, you are all right with yourself. It's like clean your home house, right? It's like clean your body, cleanse your aura body, or so have a nice environment. Your room is nice and clean. Your altar, light a candle, incense, okay? Do some praise, meditation, and then you get the downloads from your soul. What's going on, right? All the answers to your questions are within you. The kingdom of heaven is within. The wise old ancients knew that the greatest power resides in the light divine. They understood the law of vibration. They understood the ultimate strength of the lightning bolt and how light energy stands at the point of creation. They also perceived the deeper construct of the etheric field that comprises the God force and saw how this energy field resides within each individual, although it is unrealized in most, or not even like unrealized. Those people who wanted to really realize it, who wanted to go back to God, to source, it was not allowed, right? Especially in military, right? Even politicians, because they were then hand in hand, or they had this oath with those cults, skull and bones, with that kind of secret government, the G thing, right? Running the reversals and all these draconian measurements and satanic practices. So this is a huge big operation here, a huge big deal. So reading those energies, guys, and vibrating high, that's how we can transmute the darkness and integrate it back into the light, and to have those pearls of wisdom so we can teach, we can heal, we can contribute, right? And create this new earth, right? That's the new paradigm, okay? With this entire new infrastructure based on purity and innocence and beauty. Just like the community in Telos, underneath Mount Shasta, California, right? The Telosians in the inner earth, the Agarthians. Simply put, the ancients knew that higher vibrations consume and transform lower vibrations. Thus, the concept love conquers all reveals one of the greatest mysteries of creation. The more light one assimilates into the body, mind, and spirit, the faster the acceleration enables one to control life and manifest the perfect reality all around. All these trucks, one person, this huge big truck, all these Ford. Guys, I'm not like judging, criticizing. The gas is what, $5 now? This noise. This is just not a way to go. Well, the carbon footprint or pollution, climate change. I mean, the elite, the globalists, they have weather modification technology as well. But at the same time, we're with the diesel. We should have levitating cars, right, or spaceship and spacecraft. Anyway, it's just I'm not into this lifestyle. That's what I'm trying to say. This is to me this is not the way to go. Smooth sailing, kayaking, something that is with nature, recycling. We need to take care of Mother Earth, Mother Nature. Very important. So, the more light one assimilates, okay, into the body, mind, the faster the acceleration, enabling one to control life and manifest the perfect reality all around. Not the control over others, the control, manipulation, and all this force. Like even yesterday, you know, my boss, I mean, you can see how that individual is wounded because we had this case. The child was two children abused, and this girl, she was just kind of showing her anger, right? You know, she's got PTSD. She's only 5-6 years old. And you can see how adults who haven't done the inner work, how they're actually acting out even worse than the children. And it's really then the projection of the ego, of the shadow self. And so there was this 6 years old girl with a 60-year-old adult, and you can see how, you know, there is no growth, there is no maturity, right? We need to stay in our heart, see the both sides, shining the light, doing the transmutational work. The little girl that comes to me because she was crying, right? Anyway, so, you know, just kind of doing what we can, right? But at the same time, understanding those energies and see both sides, because both individuals, right? I mean, the mother of those children and my boss, they have to learn their lessons. We all have to learn our lessons. We cannot take that burden on ourselves, how it used to be, right? I'm going to carry your cross, but then do this, do that for me, this control manipulation, right? I want something for it. It has to be unconditional love. You observe, but it's not like you're indifferent. You observe and just you feel the compassion. You pray, you send out some prayers and meditation and asking Holy Father, Holy Mother for some help, right? So out of light, all is created. All individuals who are experiencing an accelerated path to become one with the higher self shall instantly grasp the notion that when the law of vibration is understood fully, they will be able to apply this law and manifest heaven on earth. When this moment is realized, the prophecy shall be fulfilled. Since everything is on a continuum, the mission then is to move from the plane of dense matter and duality up to the plane of oneness. This is accomplished by understanding those experiences and forms that have caused discomfort, pain, and sadness, and replacing them with higher thoughts and experiences of love, joy, and peace. All that is experienced in life is nothing more than events designed within the law vibration to provide initiates opportunities to learn of the law vibration and to choose to remain on that level. You digress to a lower level or aspire to a higher one. Once an individual moves to a higher level, that which was experienced on the lower level is never experienced again as a test of learning, guys. We're all being initiated. We're being tested. The higher the vibrational level is stimulated within the bodies, right? She talks about 9 bodies, or within the physical body, the emotional body, the mental body, the spiritual body, okay? Serves to consume and transform those lower energies in all these bodies, okay? So we have to vibrate high. So everything that we're experiencing within us, around us, or people, right? Those energies can be then transformed or consumed by those higher frequencies that, you know, they're kind of emitted through our soul signature, through our heart, through our mind, being the column of light shining bright. Because our energies, right, the energy centers or the energies in our chakras vibrate so high, right? We're nothing but a pure light, pure love, and understanding God's law, right? Doing God's will. Not my will, by done be done. So all initiates must learn the importance of purification, which only can be realized through the mind and heart connection, right? So when we purify our mind, right, we're in a heart, and our higher heart, the mind can merge with our heart, and that's how we shine really bright. We're the column of light. Purification also comes from the understanding that emotion is the cosmic glue, and that what is willed with strong emotion will be created. This is so. Therefore, when one experiences the higher and lower nature at battle, it is important on the road to mastery to acknowledge both sides of the duality and walk the middle of the road. In the oneness, all must be addressed and understood. That's why the work that we do, I mean, the plunging here into the darkness and the transformational work and the system busters and detecting things and what in the world's been happening and who is doing this, the corruption, the destruction of this MK Ultra, the mind control in the military, all this torture and violence and rape. Okay, so we had to experience it on ourselves, guys. You know, experience is the key, right? That's why those with this kind of similar experiences may have more understanding what I'm sharing with you through videos. Those who do not have this kind of experience, right, it may be more difficult for you guys to understand what I'm sharing with you. And of course, you know, I'm sharing it through my soul signature, energy signature, like from those higher dimensions, and being here in this physical plane and having those human experiences, okay, and doing this integration work. So, and that's okay. But yeah, I'm very analytical. Nothing can be omitted. And now in these times of transformation, transmutation, and everything coming online, and the cosmic light frequencies here, so nothing is hidden, no stone unturned. The key to transformation is not to attach any emotion to the low vibratory patterns. That's why Vairagya, they would say it in Sanskrit, right? Dispassion, but it doesn't mean that you are now indifferent and there's no passion. It's just non-attachment to those lower frequencies, the passion of that lower ego, or the lust, the greed, right? I'm better than you, this competition. That's what they mean in Sanskrit. Again, make sure you are translating it correctly. We have to know the depth of those words, okay? And so it's about chanting like Om Namah Shivaya, right? That's when chant, you purify those senses, you purify those lower vibrations, those lower emotions. Don't be attached. All these attachments, boyfriend, girlfriend, another relationship, and all this control, manipulation, fakeness, deception, and lies, and fakeness, and sugar-coatedness, superficiality. Don't talk about it. Shove it under the carpet. It's just simply not going to work. So instead of feel the strength of the love and higher energies, it means feel that love that is inside of you, okay? In that loving heart. Once this is accomplished, the individual will move quickly through the experience, enabling manifestation of the higher kingdom of light and love to be realized more quickly. So that was that, the low vibration. And we have law of forgiveness here as well. Law of gender, meditation, discernment. Discernment is extremely important. The new grid, right? The Ascension grid, guys. We're going to have meditation pretty soon. That's why I'll be ending this video very soon as well. Just kind of focusing on the light divine, going deep within, doing the inner work, right? Transcending or transforming the lower ego, okay? And what I've identified here, that the star seeds from Maldek, we work with the energy. We need to release negative energy that we absorb, because we are empath sensitive, right? We absorb all these energies. We see beyond physical reality. Yes, that's why, the way I teach or say things, I'm not, this is the wheel and this is the color and texture. Of course, I can do that too, but it's just like, okay, this is smooth. This is pretty good looking, right? This is a nice circle, 350, 360, right? 360 and so on. So, and I got this sign here, Lexus, baby Lexus, it's just, I work with frequency vibration, right? We work vibrationally. So the way I teach is very different. We observe, right? We read people. Yeah, we read their thoughts. Oh, you're telling me something? Okay, cool. You're trying to tell me something? We go, we can see subconscious mind, all this programming, conditioning. Here we go. We understand our inner reality, right? So I'm sharing my world with you guys, right? This is my world. Welcome to my world. And how you interpret what I'm sharing with you becomes your world, your reality. And what you do with it is your responsibility, because now we're aligning with the universal laws, the law of one. Watching our thoughts, feelings, and emotions in our actions would be a smart thing. Very smart. Okay, we're the teachers, therapists, and healers. We understand the law of karma very well. The law of karma. The law of karma. The karma is now turning. We're turning the tables, guys. Those who were persecuted and ostracized and kind of was claimed that we're the bad guys. It's all coming. We have psychic abilities. We're sensitive. Yeah. We're warriors, artists. We're multidimensional with a sense of humor, love. Oh, I love solitude. I love to be like on my own by myself. I feel my power. I love to share things as well. But here are the boundaries and here are the guidelines. And when I see people are not really respectful, they're not doing the work, right? And, I understand at the same time, it's their choice, their decision. I would be breaking law if I would be forcing it. But at the same time, sometimes I have to just let them know, no, thank you, goodbye, maybe next time, right? It's, you have to learn how to navigate through all these energies. Align with the cosmic energies. We're very detail oriented. Oh my God, my Virgo mind. Or like the 12th house, the Virgo ascension, ascending sign. We overanalyze. Om Namah Shivaya. Yeah, we like to uncover mystery. So that's why we're here. I was just put into these situations, the military, the MC, the DARPA, the MIC, right? And all these recruitments, what's going on in those military bases, and like, wow, we're like detectives, right? We're inspectors here, cosmic inspectors, right? We like challenges, but you know what? I'm done with challenges. That was way too challenging, guys. That was way too challenging. Ooh. Especially from that Phantom Matrix, the black dragons with their black hole technologies, ripping holes in this galaxy, right? And even moving planets. I mean, that's how powerful they are. Their technology, but they're siphoning energy from us, from starseeds and light workers, resurrecting all our energies, right? Bring our power back, command our space, align with God's law, God's will. That's why what was done to me, nobody is going to escape. You know, and that's why I have the project for the military, guys, is extremely important. This has to happen. We need to correct all these things. We need to reconcile and resurrect all these energies and go back home to God, to Christ, and be the true spiritual warriors, true defenders of truth. And so we understand advanced technologies. I don't understand it on that like physical matter, but understand it through my consciousness. That's why for me, like, people need to know, and I understand the psychology of it. That's why here people need to know the protons, the neurons, and have these kind of experimentations in the labs. We're consciousness, we're awareness. I can just like just go to that frequency vibration, how that operates, or what the scientists are saying, and I can bring the cosmic energies here back online, right? People can see this geometry or the cymatics here in the physical plane, right, through the magnets, but I can see the sacred geometry in those cosmic planes of existence in extremely high frequency dimension. And we're all about harmony. We're harmony with nature. I just want peace, harmony, no kidding. Beautiful melody, solfeggio tones, the ecosystem, guys. Like, I want to see the recycling, or how is it in the inner earth, right? They have the hydroponics, or they have the aquaponics, right? The fish in the pond, and then they have the fruits and vegetables there, these beautiful gardens, and everything is so flowing, the feng shui, right? Or that's the crystal templars, right? We understand how to move things in a space, and because we have that sacred geometry within us, in our aura, energy field, in our chakras. And yeah, I want to see everything then run flawlessly, just total perfection, right? The sacred geometry, the 369, understanding, you know, the beauty of the symmetry. We are the war and space exploration. I wanted to always be astronaut and be in cosmos, like traveling to other planets. For me, it was quick, instantaneous. As a child, growing up, I had this. Still, I remember I was drawing all these planets and where I'll go and visit on my spaceship and spacecraft. We're always learning, always, guys. It's like, what is it? Like the never-ending students, you know? Because there's always something new, right? Something new. At the same time, so many things are not new under the sun. So, but there's always like a little bit like an expansion, an aha moment, and I love that. So that was, guys, the Maldek and the Tiamat that exploded, and we have the astral belt between the Mars and Jupiter. So I wanted to share that with you because that was just like, aha, I'm so really identifying with it. So now you know, if, my was the viewers, guys, who either follow my YouTube channel and so on. So this is, what I resonate with. So if you resonate with what I'm sharing with you, here we go. Okay. That's where we're coming from. And what I wanted to just read here, that the justice will be served. That's from the Aquarian Dragon, the Soul Logos in for Holy Father. That was the energies for May. That was the block. Aquarian Solar Dragon Ouroboros. Okay, it's the golden dragons, because we're entering the new golden age in Aquarius, guys. And guess what? The law of vibration is have connection to all that. And not only that, take care of your gallbladder, okay, the meridians, because we're also transiting the we're going from that Piscean age into Aquarian age, right? From that liver, it used to be like the big deal with your liver, right? All these detox going on, but now with the gallbladder, okay, very important, taking care of that organ. And let me see, I don't know how that was connected. It's pretty much all of this creates stress and problems in the gallbladder and all the sympathetic resonance. So we need to purify ourselves, guys, in order to have a critical thinking and sound judgment, sound decision making sure all your organs are running well, you're healthy. And also, she was mentioning, when we're not honest with ourselves or with ourselves, right? Our cellular thing. When we're not honest about our true feelings, it damages our trust. It damages our sound judgment, our critical thinking, our mental powers. All of our mental powers are damaged and impaired. And this also impacts our sense of fair-mindedness. So, are people being fair? How can they be fair if they themselves were dishonest to themselves, or they were under the agenda, right? The false narrative, the draconian measurements. So is there fairness? Is there justice? And now the Aquarian dragon of the soul logos in Holy Father's body in his natural law says, justice will be served. No one is above the law. No one is above the law. It is only time, guys. Divine timing. It's all about the divine timing. So choose wisely, and just kind of align yourself with the divine will, right? The divine will to reign, and seek the truth. Align yourself with the spiritual truth, because those who are seeking the truth, right? We must discern. We have to move towards the truth, seek the truth with all your heart, mind, and soul, okay? Because that which is right for us is that which feels resonant to us. All this resonance, not dissonance. We were in dichotomy, right? That's why the Trinity, the Holy Trinity, we are going back to our heart, to that center, 0 point balance, divine neutrality, right? So that's how we reach the oneness, the unity with all that is. Because all the discordant energies, the harmful energies, destructive energies, that all needs to go. It needs to be transformed, transmuted. And so those who are seeking the truth, right? The solar dragon here, the Aquarian solar dragon Ouroboros line, will protect us. And he's the protector of the law of vibration. Those that seek truth, he protects. Those that are in truth, he protects. Let's finish it with the prayer. Holy Father, it's Aramaic and then English. Abunda bashmaya nitka de shamoch tetema kutach nekwe tibiana aikana de bashmaya ahba havlan lach banesun kanan yaumana warshboklan khabain waqtahin aikana dafkanan shwakhan layabain wala takhlan alensina elapatsan min bisha mitul de lachemal kutawakhil lawadashbota La'alam Almin. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And please deliver us from this falseness, this false matrix, this 3D matrix of the archons running the reversals, this whole nonsense thing. May we be free, sovereign. We are the cosmic beings here making the difference, right? We are the change that we want to see in the world. Many blessings and namaste. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.